What's happening, Wargamers? Welcome to the meditations for our most recent Star Wars Shatterpoint Battle Report. And what a clutch victory by the Galactic Empire here. Thrawn's battle tactics coming in strong for you.
Oh my goodness, yes they did.
If it wasn't for the battle tactic, because one battle tactic got your stuff over to here.
Yep.
And then another battle tactic got Vader, who I pushed all the way over here.
The corner.
And now, unfortunately, Kanan rolled a horrible defense roll.
Yep.
One more success was all I needed to stay alive.
Yes, one more success and you would have lived.
And that was unfortunate for Kanan, but that's the way the dice roll sometime.
Mm-hmm.
If Kanan had lived, it would have been a very different story. Because as soon as Kanan lived, because Zeb was the very next activation at that point.
Yeah.
And, Zeb could do something. I don't know. Zeb could, at the very least, I would have had another body over there or something like that and just, really beat up on Vader or something.
Zeb had already gone at that point.
Had Zeb already gone at that point?
Yeah, because I just pulled Vader, which was the Shatterpoint, then you just pulled Chopper.
Oh, that's right. Zeb was such a bad activation for me
That was real rough, and the fact that you can't reserve him that really bit you on that.
That was rough, because if I could have reserved Zeb into Chopper, I would have felt a lot better about things. Now, Chopper failed to take down, what's his name at the end there, which... That was unfortunate.
It was real unfortunate, but he has a really good defensive expertise. I
also rolled really badly.
That's true.
I rolled, I think, of his on his 9 dice, I think I rolled 4 fails and a bunch of expertise.
I feel that's so hard.
So yeah, unfortunately, it just didn't do what I needed it to do, and that's. Again, it is what it is. Some more crits would have been nice on there, but yeah. The game shifted very quickly there, very quickly.
Oh, yes.
I want to talk about Thrawn for a moment.
He felt interesting. He's definitely a support piece, which is fine. That's definitely a position in the game. And his battle tactics bring some really, really interesting stuff to the game, but his activations can feel kind of... just kind of there. I didn't feel like he was a big presence on the board.
No. Until those final activations. His battle tactics are cool and all.
Yeah.
But I don't know. It could just be that this particular scenario wasn't great for Thrawn. I'm not entirely sure.
Maybe. I think a big part of it was that he had an opportunity when I pulled him first to... He could have gone over here and dealt with Hera and Chopper, but if he had done that and he had killed one, he rolls his whole tree, he does all the damage in the world, and then he ties the point in your favor and does nothing?
I will say, you have a weird habit of rolling the full tree.
That's true.
I look online and people are like, oh yeah, you average 2-3 successes or something like that. You roll up here, it's full tree.
Well, I didn't get the shove on most of Vader's last attacks. He got almost the whole tree.
Oh no.
He only got the 10 damage.
You full treed with Vader, I think, all but one time, for the most part.
And he also activated 6 times.
He one-shot people so many friggin' times.
Yeah, he was a beast today.
And honestly, if you hadn't gotten so many back-to-back Vader activations, I probably would have been in a much better position.
Yeah, I got 4 Vader activations in a row.
I just want to point out here, so Kanan should have a second thing on here.
Yeah, Kanan's just been wounded.
So let's see, 2 and removed, 1, 1, 1. Yeah,
I did a lot of attrition.
I did a lot of attrition back to you as well. But
all of my non-primaries and then 2 on Vader.
Now, having said that, if I had taken out the Dark Troopers a little bit earlier from Kanan's clapbacks, it would have been a lot nicer, because then his clapbacks could have gone elsewhere.
Yeah.
But I had to do what I think it was 2 clapbacks, 3 clapbacks into those guys, and it was just really annoying.
Yeah.
You taking out Ezra when you did was huge.
Yeah, I since my last time placing Ezra, I figured he's got 8 health. He's only got 2 wound tokens. If I can get him early, and I was able to get him early, then I can just keep putting the pressure on him, and then you lose a significant part of your team.
Now, in all fairness, you bullied him with Vader. Who's standing up to that, right?
Not this small child.
Almost nobody. I think maybe Chewie stands up to Vader. Maybe another Vader stands up to Vader.
No.
Kanan almost stood up to Vader, but...
Yeah, I think... I know me rolling the tree is probably statistically anomalistic.
Yes.
But, all of your characters die to his tree, which is not nothing.
But that's normal. Vader can do that. He can one-shot a lot of guys. It's just the fact that you kept one-shotting them.
Yeah, it's what Vader does.
It was rough. It was really rough. I felt like I had a very strong... I felt like I had a very strong showing, but Vader's back-to-back activations just kept me from keeping the momentum that I was gaining there. which, again, it's kind of what it is. Once again, Zeb's last activation was really disappointing.
Yeah, that was you pulling Zeb when you did was a really, really big part of my comeback.
Yep.
And you choosing on his turn to go for that kind of Hail Mary play, trying to get that reposition.
That was dumb of me. I shouldn't have. The thing is, I didn't expect Vader to be able to do the advance, but that comes from not knowing what your battle tactics did.
Yeah, to be honest, a big part of what I was dealing with was trying to remember what all 4 of the possible options I could get for my battle tactics were.
And then, of course, battle tacting, okay, don't take this the wrong way, but you top-decked like a lucky fiend this game.
I did get 4 Vader activations in a row.
Like, you top-decked into Vader and Shatterpoints, like, at almost every single opportune moment. I'm not saying, like, it's like, oh, woe was me, that's why I lost the game, but oh my goodness, that was so hard to come back from.
It felt very good on being on this end of it, and if I had been on your side of it, I would have felt less good.
It was rough to be on the receiving end, and, like, that was kind of the ideal situation, right? Like, you did Vader, you shuffled him back in, and you immediately top-decked Vader again, right? Like, it's...
Yeah.
Oh, and then, like, of course, your Shatterpoints were always Vader as well, and just...
I mean, who else would have?
it paid off for you, right?
Yeah.
Like, that's all it is. It definitely paid off for you. And, I mean, honestly, I think I made generally the right plays, except for that last Zeb play. But again, I wasn't expecting, like, Vader to be able to walk all the way across the board there.
Very specifically, that's the one where I can't pull... The option where I can't pull out of... reserve. And so I'm like, I'll just draw anyone that's not Vader. And then it's Vader, and I go, oh, well, I guess...
Yeah, you immediately top-decked the Shatterpoint card, which was just immediately perfect for you.
Yeah.
If I had one more turn of breathing room, that would have been great. But, yeah, it wasn't to be, unfortunately. And then that's just kind of how it's going to happen. I think this was an exceptionally good game regardless.
Yeah.
Just such a long first struggle. Long game.
Long first struggle, and then... Like, I thought you had Struggle 3, and I just clawed it back. Well,
I've noticed, like, whenever I have a good start like that, I usually lose it pretty quickly, as evidenced in this case. Like, I had 4 points right off the hop, and then I controlled, like, 1 point, and then no points. And
yeah, it was a terrifying start, and I honestly love getting into Struggle 3s like that, where it's like, okay, everything is stacked against me. What can I do?
I will admit, seeing the momentum shift that way is one of my complaints with the game.
Yeah.
Because it did kind of felt like, well, I was in such a strong position, and I lost it. And here's the thing. I don't really feel like I lost it by any fault of my own. I think you had really good plays in there. Like, I'm not going to say I lost it, like, I didn't lose because you played well, because you did play very well in this game, but I did feel RNG kind of got in there, and it's like, we're gonna edge things this way a little bit.
It's hard to look at the Zeb activation and you scoring 1 a couple turns and think that.
You mean RNG, 1 turn?
Was it only 1?
It was just 1 turn of
okay.
1, yeah. Because your second activation was Callus. Callus walked over here, took this point because Vader. Or no, Callus took this point, so you scored these ones. So Zeb came over here. So I just scored 1, and then you got the... Like,
and then I got the double up on Vader.
Perfect pulls. Perfect RNG pulls, right?
Incredible pulls.
So, and that's just an element of the game. Sometimes RNG is going to do that, and yeah, you know what? It's rough to be on that receiving end of it, but it is what it is. So, but I think we've said our piece. So, Alex, good win, man. Congrats. That was a well-fought win for you on that one. And we will see you guys next time. Happy wargaming.